Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Crestar and the Night Stallion from Exodus Pictures. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 8. I was at the Mullica Hill Arts and Crafts show today. We got rained out. Sold a few books. Thanks to all who came out and braved the rain. Next show, let's see. What is the next show? Oh, I'll be at Level Up Entertainment in Mays Landing next week on the 21st. So check me out. Okay. So this is Night Stallion. I think he can run really fast. I think that's his deal. And they're superheroes. And the other guy is Crestar, who's more like Batman. And these guys are Arabic superheroes. I think this thing's in English. And it looks fun. It looks like a fun superhero thing. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Night Stallion has a thing going with his mom, which is interesting. Like, he has an issue with his mom. Like, his mom's pushy, I guess. And here's Crestar and him going to a local fast food joint. And Night Stallion is mispronouncing barbecue as beek. Bibik. And here's his family. I'm not sure which one this is out of costume. I guess this is... this would be Night Stallion, because his mother is very pushy. And then he has anger issues and gets mad when he finally gets all his food and then trips and drops it all. And a bunch of lightning bolts shoot out of him. Anyhow, it looks like a fun movie. It's got a nice balance of comedy and action. Night Stallion saves a girl from being hit by a car, and then she comes on to him, and then her husband shows up, and then he's like, oh man, no, tell him. And then the girl's just like, oh, this creep's trying to hit on me, which is pretty funny. And then in this scene, the mother's on the right, and the girl's on the left, and she immediately wants to, because he's a single superhero, she immediately wants to get him hooked up with her daughter. And then he goes, this is like, the big logo and everything. And then he ends up going to their house in costume because the mother's trying to get him, with the daughter. It's pretty funny. Let me see if I'm pronouncing that. Ajmal Zahir Ahmad is the director. And I guess they're looking to get distribution on this. This is the kind of thing Marvel should have produced. If they wanted to go woke and be like, oh, we want to do, this is the kind of thing that should have replaced Ms. Marvel, because this would have been fun. And it's made by, I assume, it looks like an Arab cast, Arab director, I assume, from that name. It looks fun. I'd watch this. Why not? I'm not sure where it takes place. I think it's in America. It seems to be in English. It's kind of hard to tell. It just feels, maybe it's a generic city, or maybe it's a made-up city for, because it's very comic booky. I like that. I like that about it. It has all the trappings of a superhero thing. And it's not, it's not pushing. I didn't know where it was, really. I wasn't totally sure. I was watching it, trying to figure it out, and then I looked it up and was like, oh, it's an Arab superhero kind of thing. Yeah, it's good. It's good because it is a superhero thing. It's not like Arab superhero. You know what I mean? It's not making a big deal of like who they are as people. It's doing what superhero movies do. They're saving people. They have superpowers. They're secret identities. But then they're adding the humor in that there's relationships that are interfering with the fighting of crime. There's a lot of rooftop shots. There's car chase in it. It appears to be low budget, but it looks pretty good. It has good music, appropriate music for superheroes. I wouldn't say good music like, oh, I'm going to listen to the soundtrack, but like really good music for the movie. And some fun scenes with the mom and the possible girlfriend, I guess she becomes. So, yeah, nice job, guys. This is the kind of thing Marvel should have produced if they wanted to go, oh, we're the Rainbow Coalition and we need other people of other identities or whatever. Because this is just good. And it just so happens all the characters are Arabic. I guess it probably takes place in an Arabic country or city. I don't know, maybe it's dubbed. It appeared to be in English to me. I couldn't really tell. So it's slick. I mean, it's not quite Marvel level. I mean, there's definitely like a more lower budget to it. It doesn't have all the effects you might expect, but what the director's doing, and this is smart, he's not trying to do that, right? He's not trying to punch above his pay grade. He's doing the effects as, and using them as effective just in this box where they're effective. He's not trying to go out of that and saying, he's not trying to do something he can't do, in other words. He's using his resources to maximum effectiveness, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate the tone is great. I'm just loving it. I give it an upvote. So I hope this movie does well. I don't know about the name. I mean, it's pretty good. It's a very superhero-y name. Crestar and the Night Stallion. I'm not sure what else you would call it. I mean, if all else fails, screenwriters, you name it after the main character, obviously. So, this could be good. So first act, it seems like an established superhero universe. So I think the first act is Crestar is already a superhero, and then the Night Stallion joins him, is what I'm sensing, although it's kind of hard to tell. Second act, I think it's more about Night Stallion becoming a superhero, sort of getting spun up and how to be a superhero, and then all these side things with this is the girl he saves, and then she sells him out to the husband, and trying to be a hero in a town that, maybe her husband beats him up. I don't know what happens. He's got superpowers, so I doubt it. And then, scenes like that. And I guess there's some villain, but they didn't mention that. But I was having fun watching it, so I kind of don't care. I assume there's a villain in here somewhere. They're fighting like, I don't know, guys in cars, bank robbers, I assume. So I assume one villain will reveal himself. That would be my only very minor criticism of this. I mean, it appears to be more of a comedy kind of superhero thing, but it's not so ridiculous you can't take it mildly seriously. Serious enough that it justifies the superhero stuff. So I'm cool with that. So I imagine the second act is, Night Stallion getting sort of spun up and him maybe getting a girlfriend, and then at some point the villain reveals himself, and then the third act is them fighting the villain. And probably, I'm going to guess, the Night Stallion comes into his own. Maybe Crestar dies or gets injured, but Night Stallion, saves the day and then realizes he has to be a good, a better superhero, or realizes how serious the responsibility is, something like that. But, it's light enough that they can kind of go a couple of different directions. I don't think anybody's going to die in a movie like this. They're having too much fun. And it's good to see a fun, it seems like a relatively wholesome movie. So good luck, guys. I hope you have distribution already. Apparently they're looking for it. Why not? Why not distribute this? They distribute everything else. Every crap movie out there. Distribute this. This looks good. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for more base takes. I'm trying to keep my Hollywoke hot takes under an hour. I got 10 minutes under an hour today, so 50 minutes. And we'll see you in the next one.